Alright, hello and welcome to the last race of round 3 of this FireRed LeafGreen tournament. I'm Ananan, I am joined today by Iron, and we are going to commentate the race between Pinkish Princess and Snorms. And as soon as our races are ready, I think we can start. Seems like we're still having some audio issues for now. Okay, seems like there's still some setting up to do, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait for a little bit. Seems like the cropping is fine now. Maybe we can switch to a layout for only 2 races, but we'll figure that out soon. So that looks better. Okay. So As soon as Iron has fixed his audio issues, I think we can start. So, gonna have to wait for a few minutes. Some Discord issues. Okay.
I can hear you now, but I don't know how much longer I'll be audible.
Yeah, I think we can start now then. So yeah, I think if our both races are ready, we can start this race. It seems like the race is starting soon. So yeah, sorry for the short delay. We had some technical issues for now, but yeah. Let the race begin. So yeah, this is gonna be a really interesting race between Pinkish and Snorms. Pinkish are very good FireRed LeafGreen runner, and Snorms also on the better side. I mean,
Oh, there's the
I think
audio.
it's gonna be a close race between the two of those. So
yeah, Pinkish is a very good Squirtle as well.
yeah, I'm seeing that now. It's like on the top, probably 1% of runnable Squirtles.
Yep.
Extremely good stats. Like, yeah, 24 HP is like more than enough for a speedrun. 23 attack is basically everything you need. Very good defense, very good special defense as well. So most of the fights are gonna be very safe. And also 30 speed, which is like more than enough.
Yeah, like 30 speed, 29 in some cases is good because you can outspeed Sabrina without using X speed, which is nice because you don't have to risk confusion.
Exactly.
But we'll talk about that later on.
Okay, Snorms interesting going to Squirtle from the other side. Doesn't really make a difference at all. But seems like nobody went for the manip, so they're probably just gonna reset here and run the backup Squirtle they prepared. So we can also talk a little bit about Snorm Squirtle. He has Mild, which is another one of the natures which is runnable for Squirtle. He has very low defense though. Mild means minus defense nature, sorry. And 10 defense means that he's gonna take a lot of damage from physical moves. Like, yeah, basically everything in this game.
Yeah, the HP is high, but with 10 mild, that's really low defense, so it's not going to completely offset it.
It seems like both Rammers got Growl turn 1, which is really slow. So they're gonna have to double tail whip. Okay. Snorms only going for one tail whip is a little bit slower, but he's still gonna be fine if he doesn't get crit.
Well, one tail whip isn't enough, you usually do two, I guess.
Exactly. With 23 attack, but seems like they both got through.
That's good, yeah.
Snorms with the like 1 second lead, so yeah. No rival one death, always good to see. It is very unlikely to die. You will need to like miss 1 or 2 tackles or get crit twice. So yeah.
Usually you need a combination of those two things actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not great. I think he's getting trolled by Mart guy. Yeah, he gives a useful potion. For me personally, I like to talk to him from the bottom because he could only walk, but Mart guy could only walk vertically in one line. But if you try to approach him from the side, he can just walk up or down to dodge you, which can be a little irritating.
Like the perfect sync right now.
Mm-hmm.
Using the same moves, getting the same move. For the encounters here, basically on the first way up, you want to defeat one encounter, which gives you enough experience for, first of all, level 8 when going into Liam, and level 13, which gives you Water Gun when you leave Brock, so saves some time over the course of the run, and also makes especially the Liam fight way better.
Yeah, we'll see if they opt to go for a second wild to kill, because you can get Bubble early for Sammy, which is a second mandatory trainer fight. Bubble makes Sammy a little bit safer, but that fight's still a little scary, no matter which way you do it.
You can still die even if you have Bubble, but having Bubble means you don't have to tail whip and tackle 5 times. You only have to bubble like 5 times in all, and bubble cannot miss. On the other side, tackle can miss. So, I mean, getting bubble loses you some time because defeating an extra encounter loses like about 20 to 30 seconds, I wanna say. So, let's see.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
If they decide to go for it. But yeah, some intro stuff like we just delivered the parcel, and Mr. Oak here, or Professor Oak, is gonna give us the Pokédex as well as some Pokeballs. So, and we are gonna immediately use those Pokeballs to catch stuff on Route 1.
Yeah, you're gonna want to catch a cut friend as well as a fly friend. So bird and rat, Pidgey and Rattata are very good here. If you don't get either or one or any of them at all, even it's okay because they're backups later.
Yeah, right. Okay. Both got the encounter on the same level. That's really close. Okay, both got bird as well. So you tackle once and then you just go for the catch. Seems like both are. I mean, getting bird is like not bad at all. As the first Pokemon, I prefer Red first because.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, in some situations, I think Red first is better because if you like need experience on the second way up, if you get a Red first and you get another Red, then it's fine. And if you get a bird and then another bird with bad attack at least.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of bad. So they both get another bird, which is kind of unlucky, but okay. So both with one catch so far, so they are both gonna have to go for a cutter after Mount Moon. So yeah.
Or in Mount Moon, depending on there's an option to get Paris as well, which
right. I think Snorms is running FireRed, right? So he might have to go for Paris actually.
Yeah, that's true, because you don't get Sand Shrew in FireRed. Yeah, for me, I like to get the bird first because I like to have bird slot 2 for flying. I always mess up with, maybe it's the controller I use, going to slot 3 to fly. And sometimes I just go to the bird or go to the rat instead when I want to fly use the bird, yeah.
Okay, I know that feeling.
So sometimes I'll even, like on the menu where I teach fly, I swap the bird to slot 2 if it's in slot 3. It loses a bit of time, but it minimizes that risk that I get of accidentally going to the rat menu to if I want to fly.
Yeah. Yeah, because you like use the red only for teaching cut. That's like the only time you go to the red, or if you have to switch out. So having bird on slot 2 is a little faster, but it saves like, I don't know, not even a second probably. The extra input, but whatever. So Viridian Forest here. Hope for as low encounters as possible, basically. And don't find a level 5 Pikachu. Because it's very likely to end your run. So, oh, Snorms getting very far without an encounter here. It's nearly
I think we have seen no encounter forest in this tournament. I think Leaf, who had unfortunately had to drop from the tournament, he got encounterless in an earlier round. Which is very nice. 6 is I think the most, but on average we see about 3 encounters.
Exactly. So Snorms saving here for Liam, not a bad decision at all. Especially without bubble. You have to tail whip and then you have to tackle, as I said before, 5 times. And he can either poison sting or string shot, and poison sting can poison and does a lot of damage. So. And also if you get crit, you are very likely dead anyways, so... Oh,
that's a nice sprint from Snorms, yeah.
He's still gonna play it very safe, gonna heal early. Not risking the crit here.
Yeah, if you get crit poison, it's dead, so... So he does about 6 with the crit, and then 2 with the poison damage, so... In a PB attempt, if you have about 8 HP, it's probably okay to just risk it, but...
Oh, late last turn poison.
Very late poison, yeah. See if Pinkish gets poisoned here. He does. Okay, that's very good. Get the tackle, good. Yeah, so you want to be poisoned after this fight because it'll allow you to manipulate your HP for Brock's gym, because you want to enter that gym in Torrent. It saves a lot of turns.
Exactly, so we are gonna see Snorms letting him tick down by the poison to about, why not say 5 or 6 HP. So he basically has Torrent for the entire gym.
Yeah, Pinkish takes a little bit less poison damage here because he's at lower health, but...
He might go down to 4 here because he will get a +3. On the next level up. Yeah, goes down to 4. So he's still safe for Sammy. For Liam. For the Sandshrew.
Oh, he took the poison all the way into the gym. That's crazy. I've never seen it go that far.
Yeah,
all the way up to Liam.
That's the downside of getting poisoned late. You sometimes have to like run around in the gym for a little bit to get ticked down a little bit. So I've seen that once or twice before.
Yeah, I think the closest I've gotten is like just before the door to the gym, but never actually entering the door. But yeah, this Geodude doesn't go down in one hit if you're not in Torrent, so you need to have low HP here, and then the Sandshrew goes from being a 3-hit, potential 4-hit, to a 2-hit, maybe 3-hit with Torrent.
Very good damage roll for Snorms. So this is guaranteed dead. He just has to hit through Sand Attack, and he does.
Very
Good
nice.
stuff.
Pinkish also getting sand attack, and also hitting, and also getting the range. If it was a range, I'm not sure.
I think it was, yeah. First roll wasn't good enough, but still a 2-shot, so no time lost. Yeah. So Snorms saving for Brock here as well. Brock generally is fine, but there are some cases where you just get crit and die and you can do nothing about it. I've seen it myself twice in the race, so
Yeah.
better just save. Better just play it safe. So the Geodude here is also a 1-shot in Torrent and a 2-shot without Torrent, so very fast. And the Onix, which is the second Pokemon, is 9 in 16 range in Torrent. So, and it is faster than you, so you kind of have to be at a higher HP value.
Snorm is getting the range on the Onix. We saw Pinkish go for withdraw here, so that will make Onix a little bit safer, and it'll maybe allow him to get to lower HP after the fight, because you want to leave this fight in Torrent.
Looks like he also got the range, so
He'll have to do a little bit of stalling here on... both actually will have to do a bit of stalling on Route 3. For some damage.
exactly. So you kind of want to leave this fight in Torrent, but it is not mandatory. So basically the next trainer, or the next few trainers coming up, a lot of bug catchers, and basically if you have Torrent, nearly all of them are one-shots. All of them are one-shots in Torrent with 31 special attack. And without Torrent, basically everything is a 2-shot, so you lose a lot of time not having Torrent in the next route.
You'll see runners either stall for some damage on Brock, the Brock fight itself, or most of the time if you need damage you would stall on Colton, which is the first trainer. Colton is very annoying. He has 3 bugs. They all have damaging moves, but they also all have string shot, and it's 50-50 to get either, and sometimes you just get string shot over and over and over again, and it's brutal.
Exactly. So that's why you kind of want to stall on Brock, because he's basically guaranteed to hit you unless he misses. So getting to a low HP value is a little safer, I want to say. But on the other side, he can also crit you, and yeah, if you get crit, you basically have to reset. If you get crit by Onix.
So Snorms will pop out of Torrent at level 14, so we'll likely see him stalling here on the last Caterpie to try to get a tackle. Pinkish is not in Torrent right now, so he'll probably just go Water Gun turn 1 on the Caterpie and hope for some damage, and then depending on what he gets, he's going to go for tackle. That's another option you could do. He gets it.
Okay.
I usually just go for Water Gun and see what happens there. I don't usually try to go for tackle until I get to the end, because you don't level until after the fight, or even in the middle of the next fight, depending on whether you got an extra encounter experience on Route 1.
Snorms got unlucky, he got triple string shot from the last Caterpie. So yeah, he's gonna be at a little higher. You're gonna see the difference now in this fight between having Torrent and not having Torrent.
I think they're both in Torrent. Does he have 12?
Yeah, Snorms is leveling out yet, so...
Oh, right here. That's true, yes. Ooh, that's rough. So the Caterpie, I think the Caterpie's almost guaranteed, if not completely guaranteed.
It's almost stall on it. Okay, so he gets another string shot. If he gets tagged here, it's fine.
Yeah, if you get string shot again, oh no, you didn't get it, yeah. So if you get string shot twice, the Metapod and Cocoon are faster.
This is still not fast at all. Having to two-shot both is like, about 7 seconds per turn, I think you lose. So Pinkish taking the lead here for now.
Pinkish will be, yeah, he'll be out of Torrent here at level 15, so he'll have to. We'll see if he stalls for damage here, or there is an option to go for a slightly riskier fight, which deals more damage in Mount Moon as well. Rocket Spinner.
I think he's gonna go for Rocket Spin nonetheless.
Yeah, his defense is extremely good, so that's a very good fight for him to do, especially the HP.
I will strange
Yeah, like Snorms probably will not want to go for that Rocket Spinner. He's going to take a lot of damage from it, so. But he might not have a choice here. We'll see how much, I don't know how much Hyper Fang does to him at level 15.
It might even be enough to kill him, so.
Ugh, yeah, that's rough.
16 might be enough.
So he might be. Would he be doing the Hiker in that case?
He might, yeah. He can also try to go for.
Get the double quick attack from Josh, maybe, I don't know.
Both with Pinkish with a more risky spinner pass than Snorms, but still fine. Pinkish kinda messed up his opening the bag, and he just walked by the Jiggly girl, so very nice.
Oh, very nice.
Repel run out here.
Yeah, so you can, to get past this scientist, you can either do what Pinkish did, which is time your repel to do a bag manip and just do another repel, or you could do a run to walk, which is probably another good fast approach. Or if you're not comfortable with the run to walk or don't know when to do the bag manip, you can just run over the top to the right side of those big mounds of whatever the walls are, and take a few extra steps. Yeah.
It's like, I think it's 2 extras. Oh, okay. Snorms gets hit by the walker. It's actually fine, I think.
Pinkish not saving for the spinner. But he has the revive, so.
Yeah, just don't get tail whipped into Hyper Fang, basically.
Oh, there's part 1 of that. Hopefully we don't see Hyper Fang.
Okay. Oh god.
Ooh, yeah.
That's rough. That's why you save for this fight. But yeah, so he's gonna have to use the revive really early here.
Yeah, that revive is so useful to have later. So for like Rival 2, Rival 3, even Surge, usually for Surge at that point, I think you just reset if you end up dying to him. But going for a withdraw here, okay. Okay, that's good HP.
Yeah, that's fine. So second poke Sandro, like no problem at all, just goes down to water gun. But yeah, kind of a bad start already for Pinkish, I wanna say. Not having the revive for Misty and especially the rival fights is gonna be very scary. So he's probably gonna have to save for nearly every hard fight coming up now. So
Snorms is just gonna do a TM case manip. In the early game, when you don't have the bike, it's nice to have the TM case map to select because it's less inputs to actually do the manip. Because with the bag manip, you actually have to open the bag. You can also do pause manips for certain spinners as well, but I don't believe the rocket. Well, I think the rocket spinner you can.
yeah, if you stop running on the perfect tile, then you can just pass him by opening the pause menu instead of going into the bag, because by the time you pass him, he cannot spin again. Oh, that's... Oh, Pinkish is in trouble here. That crit can kill. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, we'll see how he plays this, because if he gets poisoned by the nerd's Grimer with poison gas, or if he gets pound, I think he's just dead.
So he kinda has the potion. Either turn 1 or...
Oh, he's going into it.
It's just
He's
gonna
going to do
go
a turn 1, yeah. Turn 1 makes sense, because then you get a chance to lose a bit of HP from the hit.
Okay, Snorms getting Poison Gas miss. Very good fight.
Yeah. Snorms also got a very nice Hyper Fang from that Rattata to knock him into Torrent, which is very good. This fight's much, much faster with Torrent.
A hard for Pinkish, so get the range. No, he missed it. Unlucky.
Double hard, that's not good. Bit unfortunate for Pinkish in Mount Moon. This is one of the worst Mount Moons I've seen, probably, in terms of bad luck. Nothing you can really do about this, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it.
Now, the Voltorb and the Coughing are both ranges in Torrent, but without Torrent they're obviously 2 hits each, and then the Grimer is 2-hit range without Torrent, so it's super, super slow. See, Snorms is actually going to go for Paris here.
Effectiveness doesn't really matter for Pinkish, but yeah. So basically now after this fight they are gonna both level up with their candies and potions, so being in Torrent or out of Torrent after this fight is like not important at all. It might help a little bit with the catch, but yeah, it's not a big deal. So Snorms getting his Paris. Awesome stuff.
So Paris is 100% on that specific section of Mount Moon, so it's good to go for there. It has Stun Spore, so if you get paralyzed, it can be kind of bad. I don't know if Snorms bought a Paralyze heal in Pewter.
I don't think he did, so he might have gone to the center to heal.
Yeah.
So,
which isn't a bad idea for races to take the center anyway.
Yeah, but it's slow, so
it's
kind of
want
to avoid entering in general this game. So Pinkish getting first try red. Hopefully it does not die to bubble here. No, it's nowhere close. Oh, unlucky. The breakout.
Yeah, Paris comes in like quite a few levels in that room. It's with really low level, you have a chance to actually knock it out with your move, depending on whether you're in Torrent or not.
Yeah, it happened to me a few times. It's just sometimes there's nothing you can do. Also, you can just crit and it dies. So
yeah,
there's still some disadvantages to catching the red late instead of like on Route 1, but
yeah. Did Pinkish get the Great Ball? Because I don't think he did, because that helps with the catch.
Don't think so either.
Yeah, there's a hidden Great Ball just outside of Mount Moon. I'm not sure who did it, but someone, it might have been Snorms in his previous race, he actually left Mount Moon to get the Great Ball and then went back in to get Paris.
That sounds like Snorms, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be him. So, yeah, Snorms currently are Mystified. You get Bite for this fight, which makes it way better. He gets crit, but that's fine. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Does not get confused. Water Pulse has a 20% chance to confuse, and you don't want to see that at all.
Yeah, optimally you want to see Water Pulse not turn 1 from the start. It has a chance to harden or use Water Pulse.
Very good roll. He's not gonna risk it. Okay. Goes for tackle. Okay, does not get it. So Snorms grew Misty already. Very good start. Very good stuff.
HP is kind of weird though, because I mean, I guess if you heal, it's probably fine. There's a chance in the next fight you get trolled at higher HP. This HP might be okay though. We'll see how he chooses to play this. Pinkish getting confused.
He grabbed the person though, so...
Now is Misty more likely to use Pulse or Swift here?
I think it's the same with those stats. So it's 50-50 to either see Swift or Water Pulse here. Bad bite roll, so he has to tackle here. He gets Water Pulse, that's not good.
That is surely a low roll. Like a min roll with bite there on the first one.
Yeah, I think so as well. It was a very bad roll.
Pinkish through, and Pinkish actually has second HP?
Nah, it's actually bad HP, I think.
Yeah, because you can't take a quick attack and find one.
Exactly. So he can either potion this or potion in fight, or just hope for the flinch, basically. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how he decides. So Snorms already on the fight. On Rival 2. Rival 2 is a very awful fight. So because of this Pokemon coming up, which is Rival Starter, Bulbasaur, and you have to bite, hope for flinch. Gets the flinch, very good. And he
hits the kick.
Wow. Okay, so very good fight for Snorms here. That fight can troll you very much. Basically, if you miss the kick and don't get the flinch, you are very likely dead. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. That's why you always have to save for this fight.
He also has sleep powder as well, which he can use. Even in cases where Vine Whip can kill, he'll just go for sleep powder instead, which just wastes time.
Okay, Pinkish going for Water Pulse, getting a bit confused, but
I think he's gonna go for the heal here. HP is kind of high now, so this is kind of scary. Unless he gets hit by quick attack, which he does. Okay. Still a little high though.
he might see Leech Seed here, but very unlikely.
Just flinch. Oh,
Vine
you got Vine Whip though.
Okay.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Very safe. Yeah, but he could just kick if he wanted to. But he's gonna play it very safe. Okay, he hits the kick. Very nice. No Rival 2 death. That's pretty rare, honestly.
Yeah. We also get Water Pulse from Misty, which is an extremely good move for Wartortle. This is kind of one of the main reasons, aside there are a few others, namely getting Bite, that Squirtle is significantly better than Charmander. That's main. Yeah. Probably those two things are having a good strong stab move early as well as Bite.
Bite is busted in this game. I mean, it only has a 30% flinch chance, but basically every time you bite and get a flinch, it's really good. I think there's not a single bad flinch in this game.
No.
And you use Bite a lot. So basically for every Bulbasaur or for every rival fight, for Lorelei later on, basically every time you flinch, it's a really good flinch because you, first of all, don't take any damage, and second of all, you can't get status like getting hit by sleep powder or stuff. So it saves a lot of time.
So Nugget Bridge is not super exciting in terms of fights. There is an oddish you have to Mega Kick, but most of everything here goes down in one hit. Both our runners have Torrent, so they can save a few inputs by using Water Gun on some pokes coming up as well.
Yeah, that's pretty good HP for now. No, risk at all to die. Snorms is gonna level out of Torrents too, probably before the Eradicate, so that's one downside, but other than that, there's nothing that can go wrong here in this split. There's only a few kicks you have to hit, and if you miss them, you either get Sweet Scent by Oddish or Absorb, and Absorb does 7 damage.
Oh, yeah, I think I just missed one.
That's the second one.
Yeah, you optimally don't want to miss any, because then you can, depending on which route you're doing, we'll see whether either of our runners, I don't think Pinkish will, but Snorms could fight Hiker Knob. I don't think he will though, but we'll see. You can use your Ether, Restore Meg PP at the same time you use your Candy. That kind of depends on the HP you have as well. But missing all the kicks means you have to do a separate menu in most cases.
Exactly. Snorms probably has to Ether early anyways because he has no Torrent for the Eradicate, so he's gonna need one more kick, so he might just Ether anyway before Dig Rocket.
Let's see, somehow gets a quick attack from
That
the Rattata
pretty
coming
hard.
up here.
Yeah, either the Rattata or the Pidgey on the last train would be pretty good here.
Very rare to see it. I don't see it very often myself.
I only see it when I don't want it, so
That usually happens.
it is pretty rare though, so... Snorms might do the Shiro pass here on Dan. Maybe he just messed up his movement, but yeah, for now it looks like he's gonna do the sick pass.
Yeah, there's a few ways to pass this spinner here. If you hit him, it's slow, but you're not dead. You just knock him out with one hit. But there's a few creative ways to pass this guy. Looks like he's gonna do TM case. Ooh. Oh,
He gets
caught
gets
there.
unlucky for Snorms. That's 1 in 16 to get hit there. But yeah, not that big of a deal. It's only one slowpoke, it goes down to 1 bite, so no major time loss, but gives Pinkish at least some space to catch up. Unless he hits him as well, but it shouldn't happen twice. Very rare to get seen by him. Doesn't really give him anything as well because like there's only one upside if you hit the spinner, which means getting level 25 for the first Oddish. So, and if you have Torrent for this Oddish as well as level 25, you can water pulse it and it is very likely dies to it. But because Snorms levels out of Torrent here, even that is gone, so just pretty unlucky hit from him, but yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately the Slowpoke doesn't give you enough extra experience to switch to the Knob experience route as well. Looks like Pinkish went for the 1 in 16 and got it, so that's good. So yeah, so Snorms is fighting Camper Flint. You can fight the Hiker down below, which gives you more experience early, but makes a few ranges later on a little riskier. The generally accepted faster route is to fight Camper Flint. You could also fight Flint on the Knob experience route and then fight a different trainer in Rock Tunnel as well to get on that same experience route.
Exactly. It's like what I always do because it just makes some fight safer, or basically makes setting up your HP for the late game way better. Because you can basically decide if you want to candy before Koga or not, and it all kind of depends on your HP. Snorms here gets double Mega Kick Miss, really unlucky. So he's gonna have to water pulse this now. He's in Torrent at least, so this is a ranged die.
Ooh, he gets it.
Actually got it.
Very good. Yeah, that's a 3 and 8 range. You could opt to bite, but the bite flinch chance is lower than the
There's the quick attack.
running
But
chance. So.
it was actually a really bad quick attack. He would have been at perfect HP for the rival fight. But now everything is ruined. Okay, Pinkish got the Mega Kick crit, which does not matter at all.
Nope.
Except it's low. But yeah, Pinkish nearly caught up to Snorms here. Gets the second kick as well. Very good stuff.
Yep, not hitting Dan and hitting all the kicks. He did miss one earlier, but
yeah, he missed one on the first audition, right? Yeah. So Pinkish is about 30 seconds, 35 seconds behind Snorms, and that with a really bad rocket spinner fight. So yeah, pretty close race so far, I want to say. So Snorms using the ether here. There is one more fight you have to use Mega Kick on, which is the Dig Rocket coming up. It has a drowsy, and I mean it is a range to die with Water Pulse, but it's very unfavorable. So you kind of want to just hit the kick and get through it. So.
yeah, this drowsy can be a bit of a troll as well if you miss. So don't want to see this hit here.
Nice,
very good.
Stuff. Yeah, it can troll a lot. It has Confusion, which can confuse. It has Headbutt, which does a lot damage. I mean, like 8 or 9 damage probably because of the 10 defense mild. And it has Disable, which can disable your Mega Kick if you missed, which is really slow, and it also has Hypnosis.
Yeah,
which I think
I
I've
didn't know
never
it.
seen it. So
I didn't know it had Disable, so that's really bad.
getting disabled there is really slow. Mega Kick miss into Disable is the worst possible outcome. Okay.
Pinkish missing again. Oh no.
Never
There it
missed.
is. Commentator's curse. We apologize.
Okay,
It's the
gets
second one though.
I think I've seen Mega Kick miss into Hypnosis into Disable once, which is the worst possible fight. Because your Mega Kick still gets disabled, so yeah. It's like 3 turns wasted for one Mega Kick miss.
So as you Snorms here is in Torrent for this Eradicate, so we can go for Water Pulse.
Yeah, no problem.
If you don't have Torrent, you have to use Mega Kick. So
Exactly.
is this good HP for Snorms? I'm not sure. He's gonna Candy before the rival.
I think 18 or 19 is probably not enough. I mean, he could risk it, but yeah, risking stuff in races is not optimal at all. So he might be... I think potioning before the fight is probably bad, but he's gonna end up at very high HP. Ivysaur. Same with Pinkish here. He's gonna have around the same HP as well.
Yeah, so the play might be to enter the fight in Torrent. The Pidgeotto is guaranteed 1 hit in Torrent, and then heal on the Ivysaur. But that opens up the door for it to do some trolly things.
Okay, Pinkish bought a lot more healing items here, and he sold the nugget, so he's gonna have a little bit more money to spend on for either a revive later on or for X items. Oh, Snorms getting down very low. That was a crit, right?
It was, yes.
I think that's actually not that bad, because now after the Vine Whip he's gonna be at low than half HP, so things like Poison Powder and
Leech Seed.
Leech Seed, exactly. Very unlikely. Oh, he gets Sleep Powder Miss. So, wow.
Oh yeah, that
Still
worked out
very
really
good.
well.
Very good fight for Snorms. Pinkish did not save here. Okay, I think he saved on the stairs. On the way up. I'm
Yeah,
not
he would have
sure
been
though.
crazy not to save, especially since he doesn't have to revive. So he'll probably be doing the same thing here. Yeah, he's just gonna go for Water Pulse here. Doesn't get quick attack, but he is probably gonna have to heal. Yeah, he's dead Divine Whip, so he'll have to heal here.
Yeah, this is gonna be the bad example of rival fights because he's now gonna be at very high HP, and at very high HP things like unlucky with the miss. Things
I
like
didn't
I think it was actually because if you kick turn 1 and put him into
Overgrow, yeah.
into Overgrow, he's very likely to go for Vine Whip. So lot of this good stuff. Could have quick attacked there actually. Don't think it makes a lot of difference, but
Yeah, his attack's good enough that bite plus kick is pretty much guaranteed.
okay, he gets the second kick. He still has to heal here somewhere. Because he can Water Pulse this because it's in Torrent, but he is probably dead to Confusion here from Kadabra, and Kadabra outspeeds you, so he's gonna have to heal here, yeah. Goes for Super Potion, and White should finish it off.
Doesn't get confused too, that's good.
Yeah, that can also happen.
Confusion, confused is a thing.
Okay, so kinda average rival fight, I wanna say, for a Pinkish. Could be worse. Can always die to a useless crit. But yeah, he got through. So Snorms already in Surge's gym here. Fun puzzle at the start, trying to find the correct trash can. He is getting a little bit unlucky here.
Yeah, we could see the lead switch here because of a bad RNG in the gym. Due to both the cans puzzle as well as Surge.
Oh, I hope Pinkish doesn't tick out here to poison damage, but I should have high enough
He
HP.
should be fine, yeah.
Because he has nothing alive and he might unintentionally default back to, I think, Cerulean?
Yes, I think so.
And that's kinda slow, because you can fight Surge here. You can also skip it, but I don't think that's play here.
Yeah, with this, there, yeah,
route.
yeah, exactly. There is a late Surge option, but you have to fight. I mean, you could do late Surge with this current experience route, but it would be worse. You fight a different hiker for Bill.
Yeah. Okay, so Snorms getting unlucky with cans. Got third try, as it seems. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because
sorry, go ahead.
oh yeah, because he saved after fighting the gentleman, and he knew where the can was. He's not going to save again before Surge. So, if you find the second can before fighting gentleman, very often you have to save a second time, which might happen here. With Pinkish.
Pinkish with the middle can. Very bad. It's a 1 in 4 chance to get the correct can here. Okay, not first try. So, yeah, Snorms already on Surge. This fight is very awful for probably any starter, I wanna say. Because this right tree here has double team, and it is very favored to use double team until you hit it, and as soon as you hit it, it switches to Shockwave, which does a lot of damage. Ooh, he gets to confuse. So
He'll go
he
for
has,
full heal, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So he has one kick to hit here, and he
And
gets
he
it. Wow. Okay, very good
Great
stuff.
fight. Yeah, he also took some damage from the Voltorb. I think he speed tied with it, so it went for Shockwave, which is actually helpful because if the Raichu, you usually have to hit it with 2 pulses, the second one in Torrent, and that Shockwave from Voltorb allows you to take damage again from the Raichu to knock you into Torrent, so you can knock it out with the Water Pulse. But you can also kick turn 2, which is less desirable, because especially if double team is up. So.
Exactly.
We didn't have to
hitting a kick through double team is really hard. It might seem easy, it's like 9 in 16 I think to hit, but if you miss it's very bad. So being able to go for a double Water Pulse is way better for a Surge. So I don't know Pinker's current HP, but he's very high HP, so he is very likely to go for the kick on turn 2 here. Because there's no way he gets hit into Torrent by Shockwave. Okay, double team turn 1.
Ooh, missing there is bad.
Into Shockwave, that's really bad. Very unlikely as well. Okay, so he's gonna go for Oran Berry here. So basically you want to manipulate your HP to... so he goes for a quick attack, but I think that was not good enough. Yeah, he realizes that and he switches out.
Yeah, disadvantage on having high defense. Yeah,
And
max roll kills with a quick attack, but that's a 1 in 16, so he'd have to pseudo roll that and actually hit it. For it, yeah, to kill, but then the pseudo roll is like 1 in 16, so it's very unlikely he would have even gone for quick attack there.
Okay, one more chance to hit. Come on.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty slow fight, so I wanna know what Pinkish does here. He has no revive left, he has both of his friends are, yeah, fainted. So let's see if he even goes for the revive here. He can if he wants to, but I don't really think it's worth it at all. He might buy 2 just to be safe. Might be a play.
Yeah, if you had a friend still alive, it's worth it, I think. But with it too, you don't get that HM friends, or the HM friends healed for a while.
Exactly, Snorms with a kind of a scary hiker spinner pass, but yeah, he got through. Basically, he moved 1 tile up. If you run like this and get on the bike on the perfect tile, you can pass him and he cannot see you if you're fast enough. But he messed up a little bit. He biked 1 tile up, so the hiker was able to spin again, so he had to pause manip him, which is slower, but basically he cannot see you if you do it like this. But generally you want to just go as fast as possible. So Snorms missing the range here on Venonat, but gets Supersonic miss, so good fight for him as well.
Kind of slow because he confused the Venonat, but it didn't hit itself, so he lost a bit of time. It's nice to be in Torrent there because the Venonat, it goes down 1 hit pretty cleanly.
Exactly. Yeah, very good runs for Snorms, I wanna say. Built up quite a lead, so... Yeah, but this split is, apart from some execution, biking in the dark especially, there's only RNG, which is time loss. Basically, you have to hit a lot of kicks in this split. There are a lot of Odysseys you have to kick, and Bulbasaur you have to kick, and if you miss any of those, the Odysseys They're like just status you, and you have to hit it off, so you don't want to miss a kick at all here. Very slow.
I think it hit both his kicks. Good. Yeah, I imagine both our runners will have very, very good movement in Rock Tunnel. They're both very good runners in this game. Pinkish also messed up the run to bike, it looks like.
Yep, he somehow did not get on the bike. Maybe just wanted to play it safe as well.
Nothing wrong with that. There is another run to bike in the dark coming up in the Rock Tunnel, which is, we'll see what happens there.
Gonna be a fun one. So yeah, Pinkish is in Torrent here, so he can pull the Venonet instead of having to kick, and it's guaranteed dead, so there's some upsides of leaving Surge at low HP. But that's basically everything there is to it. Snorms already through Martha. I think he hit both kicks.
He did.
Good stuff.
Yeah, this has been a pretty clean run for Snorms so far. He did have to fight a hiker. He had a bit of a slow Route 3 because he was not in Torrent for Greg, but other than that, it's been pretty clean.
Yeah, and he did hit Dan, but...
Oh yeah, that too, yeah. But that's a small thing.
Other than that, it's still a really good time so far.
Yeah, so Snorms is fighting hiker Alan, which is the bottom hiker, and so that means he's definitely doing the world record route experience route. Which means he'll be a little bit lower level for the hideout in particular, but he'll have hit some nice level thresholds later, which will help. Particularly Self-Rival is the biggest one.
Pinkish with the bite flinch on the first slowpoke, missed the range. It's only 4 and 16 range to get, so very, very unlikely. Snorms also missing the range on the Onyx.
Ugh. Yeah,
range.
it's a 13 and 16.
Second slowpoke, very bad roll as well. So I think Pinkish.
Ooh. He's definitely gonna heal now.
I think so. He probably has to save as well for Martha. Don't know how many kicks he has left, but he has no friends alive and no revives, so I think it's just better to play it safe. Decides not to. Okay.
Save. But the healing with a super is nice because your HP is nice and high.
Okay, gets the first one.
Yeah, the Onyx just has status moves, I think, so it doesn't do damage, but then Bulbasaur has 2 damaging moves. One of them hits pretty hard, but he hits both kicks. So
Didn't even
we like to see that.
He kinda had to heal because you want to have some HP at least. For the rest of tunnel there are some pitches which have quick attack, and you don't want to die to those. So
Oh, absolutely. Hey, he could have healed. He could have healed with a potion as well to be a bit riskier to keep the torrent, but super is nice and safe.
Pinkish also fighting bottom hiker here, so he'll also go for the late candy route, also for wild record candy route. So for both of them, especially Koga is gonna be kinda scary. It's like the major upside of doing the early candy route. You get better damage ranges for Koga's Mug and Weezing, and the Weezing is a better range. with level 41 instead of...
Yeah.
49, I think.
I think you're 42 on the knob route.
Yeah, right. 42. You level into cover fight. And 40 in the other candy route, right?
Yes. Alright, so Picnicker Dana is who Storm is fighting right now, and she also has an oddish. This will be the last oddish to kick. And he gets it, okay, good.
So Snorms only missed 2 kicks, right? So far, both on Haley, the trainer before Bill. So pretty good.
So he'll be, if he needs to hit one more kick on in the hideout on the Radicate, but his kick count is very high, which means he'll be able to go for the slightly safer strat on Rival 4, the Tower Rival. There is a backup if you don't have many kicks. There's an Vex Ether you can pick up at the hideout as well, but he doesn't need to. He probably won't need to worry about too much about that because his kick count will be likely high enough.
Yeah, I think he has 4 left, right? So
yeah,
even if he misses 1, he should still be in the clear. Okay, so Pinkish also approaching the spinner in the dark. He got off the bike before the trainer, before the cycle, so he might go just go for the run into bike.
Yeah, getting off the bike there is a sure sign that he'll be going for it.
Yeah. Does kind of look a little bit scary at first sight, but it's not that hard to execute if you know what you're doing. Might take some practice, but
I haven't quite gotten myself to that point of doing that pass around the bike, but
I mean it's a little bit easier because you have 2 tiles to get on the bike. Very clean biking from Pinkish.
Yep, nice.
Like to see that.
There's also like the floor of Rock Tunnel has different markings on it for different tiles, so you can see where you are pretty easily. With enough practice, yeah, you can definitely do it. Pinkish unfortunately misses though. The sleep powder.
Oh, has to use his last awakening, so don't think there's a fight where he can slap again.
Snorms misses. Ooh, Snorms missed twice and got double scary face, so he'll be slower than the Zubat. Okay, I should not have said anything.
Okay, guess the last at least. Didn't even take damage, so pretty unlucky from him.
Did Pinkish miss the second time on the Oddish, or just once?
He just missed once, I think.
Okay. I was too busy watching Snorms miss 3 times in a row. So with that, Snorms takes the lead in kick misses with 5. So you'll see us. So I mentioned earlier about that Max Ether you can grab to do X attack strats for the Tower Rival fight. We'll see if Snorms goes for that or if he decides to do the other strat.
Yeah, he might. So Pinkish, we saw on the map, just bought 1 revive. That's currently it's not enough because he has no friends alive, and so he would have to revive one of his friends first in order to have access to his actual revive. So he has to grab another revive later on, just to be safe.
Yeah, probably the next place that the revive is really helpful is Koga, and luckily there is a free revive in Safari Zone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are some fights where I kind of want to have a revive, but Pinkish being at very high HP, he should be fine. especially for Giovanni 1. It's like one point where if you get crit by Mega Punch, you kind of want to have a revive, just for added safety. I think because... Let's see...
He tried to pick up coins, but doesn't have the coin case.
Interesting.
I guess your pockets aren't big enough for 10 coins.
Why did he try though? That's interesting. Okay, Pinkish did hit the kick, so everything's right there.
That was just RNG minute for that kick.
Probably. Because I think because Snorms is in the lead, we might just switch the audio to him.
Oh yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
Should have done it a little bit earlier, probably. But...
So absorbed in watching these runs, we didn't think to switch the audio.
Yeah, it is really fascinating to see those. It's still everything can happen for now. It's one death and you lose a lot of time, so Pinkish can easily catch up. Okay, so Snorms on the second. Rocket guard here. Something. I think it's the one with the IIR. Chat can confirm that, probably.
Yeah, the airbox, the biggest difference between the high EXP or the high early EXP and the world record route is because you if you're in Torrent for the Arbok and you're you're normally level 35 on that route, you could one hit it with Water Pulse.
Exactly, but only in Torrent, so didn't really make a difference at all here.
Oh yeah. I think the Ekans are ranges as well.
Yeah,
burst ranges, yeah.
Very special attack, I think. So yeah, and the Sandshrews are also ranges, so that's like one upside of doing of canning before the Livki guy is that you can bite both Sandshrews instead of having to water gun, because yeah, water gun has super effective text, so that loses some time. Pinkish on the other side, he has 31 special attack, so he can bite the left Sandshrew. And he will also have to water gun the right one. Because it is a range, the center of the right rocket guy. But you don't want to go for that range, because if you miss it, he has sand attack, and being sand attacked for Arbok is kind of bad.
Yeah. For sure.
Pinkish going for water gun, interesting. On the Ekans, probably a misclick. Guaranteed dead to water pulse there, but maybe wanted to take some damage. I don't know really.
Snorms is pretty high HP for Giovanni, so
yeah, he should not die. He kind of wants to see Mega Punch. He actually gets one. Okay. Still kind of high HP. Oh, that fight is perfect. Very good fight for Snorms here.
Yeah, that's good HP for the next fight.
Exactly. Oh, Pinkish actually risking the range on the second central. What a mad lad.
Going for all that time save that he can.
Oh, he also gets the flinch on Arbok, very nice. It's like one of the pokes you kind of want to flinch because it has Poison Sting, which can poison, and Glare especially. So even more time loss if you get glared there.
Yeah, Snorms is going shopping. We'll see what he buys here. Depending on what he buys, it'll tell us what he's going to do for the next rival fight.
I don't think he picked up the max ether, so
He did not, no.
kinda has to go for special strats here.
So we'll see if he saves for this fight. It's usually, you don't need to save usually if you're doing the X attack version, but depending on what happens with what the Pidgeotto does, you can get knocked to an HP such that you go for a torrent range on the Ivysaur, and if you miss the range, you're just dead. And then you lose all your setup even if you do revive, so it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's definitely a fight you want to save when doing special strats instead of X attack strats. I mean, you can also save for the fight if you do X attack strats because you can miss the Mega Kick still. Which is unlikely, but still possible. I think somebody had that happen to him. I don't really remember. Somebody had a Mega Kick miss on the Ivysaur.
Also, that Fly Girl, I'm told that she's a 1 in 16 to just walk to the side, or even walk towards you when you go to get Fly from her. So that can happen. Pinkish, kind of low HP coming out of the rival, or Geo, so you may need to use a potion before rival.
Yeah, exactly. He also used his Oran Berries, so...
Oh yeah, that's true.
That might be kind of scary later on. Okay, Snorms not saving.
Alright, a little bit of risk, like to see that.
He bought a lot of Godspecs, so he might go for a Godspec turn 1 here. If he wants to.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Let's see. No, he does not, okay. So hopefully you see no sand attacks here from the Pidgeotto. He does not. And he gets put into Torrent, so good start for him. So he needs to hit this, I think 13 and 16 range on the Ivysaur with Water Pulse, and if he misses, he is probably dead, but he gets it. Okay.
Good.
That's the scary stuff. Gyarados also can also lives Bite here, but Thrash only does about 15 damage, so yeah, still fine for him. Gets
Yeah, maybe a max roll crit would have killed there, but that's totally good. HP there.
Yeah, we have seen some scary crits already for both rounds, so don't want to see that again, especially in this fight. But yeah, seems like Snorms got through pretty fast. No sand attack, that's very important for him, because he only bought 4x accuracies, so...
Oh, yeah.
And you need all of them.
There's one you can pick up in the tower as well. It's a tiny bit out of the way. It's not actually that bad to pick up, but not sure if he knows about that. That's also an option.
It seems like I think he bought X attacks, so he will do the kick strat here. He should have enough kicks to left. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't usually do the X special strat, so usually I pick up the max ether and don't have to worry about this this sand attack. Sand attack is actually bad no matter which strat you're doing, because you do optimally want to take damage from the Pidgeotto, and you're healing to HP, assuming you're going to take X number of damage, right? So even seeing sand attack on the kick strat when you have the guard spec up isn't great.
Exactly. But Pidgeotto also has quick attack, so there's like setting up your HP good for this fight, or to be at good HP after the fight, is kinda hard, because you can take either 1 or 2 attacks or even 4 attacks, so being at around 40 HP is kinda fine. He gets the quick attack, that's actually pretty good, I think.
Yeah, he won't need to stall on the Gyarados here.
Exactly. Also think his HP is good enough to keep Torrent all the way until Blaine later on. I think he already is out of kill range for Koga, which is the important part.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here is setting up our HP for that fight, which is still a little ways away, but
Yeah, but only time-wise, because level-wise you level I think once or maybe twice before the before Koga. There's only some grunts later on you're gonna fight, and they barely give any HP, any experience. So
yeah. Snorms getting through the Marowak, so we have to get the Sylph Scope in this game. Can't use the Poké Doll. That Marowak is actually a monster. It has perfect IVs. Neutral nature, but perfect. All 31s. So you have to Pulse Torrent to knock it out.
yeah, it tanks a lot. Wouldn't expect that from Marowak, but this one is beast. Too bad you can't catch it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think you could even use it for the speedrun. Oh, Mix with the pause manip on the spinner. I like that.
Yeah, it's a fast way to do it. The spinner has to turn at exactly the right time, though, for it to be effective and guaranteed. This bag manip is quite a lot slower, like you're losing 3 or 4 seconds doing a bag manip there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you kind of want to keep the amount of bag manips you have to do for spinners as low as possible. There's still gonna be some you have to bag manip, like one spinner in Koga's gym, because some reasons. Because they load in, and they can spin anytime if you want to pass them. So better to just play it safe. I think there is a way to just pause manip them as well if you do the Gen 4 spinner pass, like turn frame them twice after they spun and then pass them. But
yeah,
that's
I'm not aware of that.
some scary stuff you don't want to pull off in a race, I think. Maybe Shiro does. He knows a lot more about this stuff.
Yeah, Shiro probably would do any of the new crazy movement stuff. If anyone picks it up, it's him. Ooh. Pinkish on the Marowak. And, so this guy has 2 rats on Snorm's side. They have quick attack. Depending on the HP rat, you might want to see a quick attack. Sometimes, in this case, I don't think you really want to, but I think either way, this HP might be a little low for Snorms. So a quick attack there would be... Yeah, quick attack there... Well, he's got mild 10, which is kind of low.
Yeah, but I think he can just Oran Berry here, and he should be okay for Koga.
Yeah. Quick attack, if he gets quick attack, he can potion as well. That's fine, probably, but... Quick attack's slow, though, so you don't want to see it, just in general.
Yeah, exactly. So... Yeah, Sludge hurts a lot here from Weezing, so...
And Snorms does
might
the...
not even think it, yeah.
The classic bird check its nature. It's a quirky.
It's a quirky, nice. Not a good nature to run with, but kind of want to see. I think Adamant is the best for birds.
Yeah,
Tech nature.
I would imagine so.
Can't wait for Manipless Pidgey or Pidgey plus speedruns.
I can't imagine. I wonder if that would be worse than Mankey.
Probably is actually. Don't think Pidgeot knows a lot of good moves other than flying type moves.
Yeah, pretty much to do any run, to do a run of with any like Pokemon in this game, you kind of need to be able to learn Mega Kick and or Mega Punch, because those are good early game moves. Despite being really inaccurate, they're just super good. It's part of the reason why. Yeah, it's part of the reason why like Bulbasaur. Well, it's not the entire reason Bulbasaur is not very fast, but.
He's finding the rare candy on the cycling road. He got past the spin is very safe. He Magmanipped him twice just to make extra sure. Okay, he kinda missed there. You have to go one step up, Snorms. Ah.
Down. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, he found it.
Something I learned just in the last few months is you can now hold down on cycling road to go faster. You're going down.
Exactly. It's not by much, but still a little bit faster, so... doesn't really save that much time. It might even be like only 1 or maybe 2 seconds. So not big of a deal. Okay, so Pinkish getting the Pokeflute here and Snorms in Safari Zone. Not really much to do here in Safari. You just Super Repel once, grab some items laying on the ground and grab Surf for later on.
Yep, and
Basically
on the Knob Experience route, you would candy here.
Exactly.
I believe Snorms still has his revive from earlier, so he doesn't need to pick up the free revive here. We'll see if Pinkish does, because Pinkish has a revive, but both his friends are dead, so we'll see what happens. No, he skips.
Interesting. Having 2 revives is not that bad at all. I mean, it's for extra safety, because Koga is very likely gonna take 1 from you, and you kind of want to have 1 more for basically Erika. It's good to have a revive for that fight as well. So, okay, Pinkish gonna do the very risky, or the Posmanip strat here. Ooh, he gets the spin on the bottom bike, but... okay, that was good enough.
Yeah, not the fastest way to do that, but that kind of... it really depends on what the bikers do. Sometimes it's a bit out of your control, so...
he got unlucky with the spin from the bottom biker, so he had to wait until he spun to... until he didn't look to the left, so... yep, yeah, little unlucky with that, but okay, so Snorms are teaching Surf here using the Aurum Berry. You kind of want to be, or you... I think it is mandatory to have Torrent for these fights. For this fight, yes, you need Torrent to just one-shot all of those pokes with Surf. This HP is really good for Koga.
Otherwise, you have to X-Spec, use an X-Special, and it's slow.
Yeah, I don't know the exact moves of Drowsy, but he definitely has some stuff like Hypnosis again, so don't want to deal with that. Yeah, but as I said, his HP is pretty much perfectly set up for a Koga fight. I think Mug cannot kill from here, and Weezing should also be fine, even though he has very bad defense and a mild Blastoise, so...
Pinkish picking up the revive. Yes, this fight's a little bit gonna be a little bit riskier on this experience road because you're a little lower level, but it's bad no matter what. You just heal less with the higher HP or higher level.
Exactly. Okay, hope Pinkish does remember to revive one of his friends because before heading into Koga. Because he currently has 2 revives, but as I said before, he doesn't have access to them because both of his friends are painted. So...
yep. Okay, good. Hits through the minimize there.
Second turn crit, pretty unlucky. Could be way better. Could be turn 1 crit. Turn 1 crit is like the dream for this fight.
Yep. And we'll see. I think he's safe on Wheezing if Wheezing goes for Sludge. Obviously, Sludge can poison, so he's dead if that happens. But I think he's fine for non-poison. Even against the range. Perfect.
It's a 6 and 16 range to get, so very good. Saves a lot of time. 122 Koga split is not bad for a race, not gonna lie. It's a very good bait for now. Okay, so Pinkish also heading into Koga very soon. His HP is also pretty good for now. He should be fine as well. Because he has the Rash Blastoise.
Yep. Very, very high defense as well. So.
Also, I saw Pinkish use the revive on the bird, so he should be fine here.
Yep, so no need to save, usually, with the revive, so.
There's still some stuff that can go wrong, so...
Oh yeah, this fight's far from free in any circumstance. Yeah, if this Wheezing, or the Muck rather, minimizes and you miss, and he could just... Yeah.
Yeah, he's very favored to go for minimized there. It's not guaranteed, but it is very likely. I've seen Acid Armor maybe 2 or 3 times, and Toxic once, so... Toxic is the move you really don't want to see, because you will get put at the HP where he will go for Sludge, very likely, so... Yes, Snorms skipping the Carbos here, 27 speed, interesting choice.
Pinkish playing it safe here. Oh, gets poisoned though. So he went for Bite.
Could have gone for the range as well, seems like.
Yeah, the problem with going for the range is if you miss the range, then Wheezing heals, and then you have to go for the range again.
Yeah, he can also, if you miss the range, he can also go for a Bite on the second turn. So he does not heal again.
Yep. Goes for Water Pulse there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he needed to take some damage. That's why he went for Water Pulse there.
Yeah, I don't think Surf would have killed from there anyways, because he was not in Torrent after the revive, so...
Yeah.
Better to just go for Water Pulse there. He's not guaranteed to use Sludge though, so... Got a little bit lucky there. I've seen Smokescreen a lot from him.
Yeah, he has Toxic as well.
Exactly.
But yeah, Smokescreen is the absolute worst thing you want to see in that situation. Alright, no Koga deaths in this run as well, that's good. And this race.
Yeah, I mean, Pinkish died, but he had the revive, so...
Oh yeah, that's true, yes. That actually, from a stats perspective, that counts as a Koga death. Yeah, with the revive, it's very, it's not, it is likely, but it's not super unlikely to have to reset the fight completely. Alright, Snorms doing quiz questions.
Yeah, some A mashing, some B mashing. There's not much to do in this gym. He is speed tied with the Rapidash though, so he might want to go for either X-Speed turn 1 on Growlithe, or maybe just risk, just risk a speed tie, yeah. Let's see what he does. Just thinking.
Decision.
Goes for the speed.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, the Growlithe has takedown as well. I'm not sure if he's more likely or less likely to use it.
Why did he get... Wait a minute. Why did he get fire blasted? That is super weird.
Yeah, he has really low defense. That's a bit surprising.
Okay, the range is basically the same.
Yeah, they're very
Takedown.
similar.
Takedown does a little bit more here, but yeah. Something pseudo rolls are just good in this game. That's why I like to see. That's why I sometimes see getting water pulsed with very good special defense and not good defense. Sometimes the AI just decides to go for the move that does less damage on average, because it thinks it's the same damage, and then it just randomly decides which move to use. Something like this.
Oh yeah, both our runners picked up Blizzard in the mansion as well. That's a move they're going to be teaching in Erica's gym.
Yeah,
Blizzard is the ice mega kick, ice version of mega kick, which is even less accurate.
I think mega kick was bad. Blizzard is even worse. And basically, there are some blizzards that you just cannot miss. If you miss them, you are very likely dead. Especially the ones on Venusaur coming up on the next few rival fights. So, okay, Snorms successfully said no to Bill. Very good stuff. Very important to not say yes, because if you say yes to Bill, your run is over.
Yep, you have to go to the Sevi Islands, you have to rescue a little girl from a hypno, it's pretty slow. A few extra fights as well.
Okay, so Snorms finally in the 4th gym. As you can see, it's a grass type gym, so that's why we kind of want to delay it for later on. First few trainers are not that hard. The most dangerous fight is gonna be Erica, because she has Victory Bell and Vileplume, and there's basically no way they die before Surf and before Blizzard. I mean, you could try to go for a Mega Kick on them, but
yeah,
I don't really know anything about.
There are people that do. Yeah, there are strats that people made to do Erica early, but it's requires X items, and I don't know if they use Kick or they use Torrent Pulse. I'm not exactly sure, but it's slow. So much better to just delay her. There is an option on this upcoming Erica fight to not even use Blizzard at all, and you can just go X Special on the Tangela. You have to have Torrent, of course, to do this, and then you just surf everything.
Yeah,
except for Tangela. Yeah, that too. Yep. Which I believe both of our racers do have enough. They didn't miss any on Koga.
Yeah, Pinkish only used one on Weezing as well, so because he went for a bite and double water pulse. So he should be good as well. Yeah,
they also both candied. They also both candied before the execute, and so on the knob route they would candy in Safari Zone, and because of that, you're actually a little ahead on the experience.
Oh no, Pinkish did the Pinkish move again. Oh no.
Oh, went into the gym.
He went into the gym again. Did that last race as well twice.
Alright, Snorms is going to go for the, what we like to call esports.
Yeah.
On Vileplume.
70% Blizzard. Hit.
Oh.
Miss turn 1. Okay, get stun spore. Miss.
Stun spore miss, okay. Yeah, so that Vileplume I think will just keep using stun spore until it hits, and then it'll switch to Giga Drain. So even if he missed the second Blizzard, he would have probably had one more shot. But
yeah, exactly. So yeah, pretty good miss, pretty good stun spell miss from the Wild Plume here. So saves some time because you don't have to heal off the paralysis, and yeah, don't have to hit the Blizzard for your life basically. On the other hand, Pinkish here does not have a revive. He has good HP, good enough HP I think. Yeah, I should still have Torrent after canning.
Yeah, he'll be a very high Torrent, yeah. So see if he plays it safe and does X special, potentially here to not worry about Blizzard. That's an option.
Yeah, I think that's actually the play here.
Yeah, especially if you no revives, yeah.
No revive and a lot of serfs left, so you can just go for it. Okay. So Snorms in Silphco, there's like this one spinner in the corner here you have to dodge a few times because you have to grab the card key here and go into the door left of him. So
yeah, so he's going to use Max Elixir to restore PP as well as heal to a point where he'll be able to survive the next fight, but also finish the fight in Torrent.
Okay, Snorms did not heal here.
That's interesting.
Hopefully he still remembers to do so, because...
There we go.
Oh, he does, okay. Yeah, Super Potion once should be fine here.
Alright, Pinkish going for Surf here, as he's in Torrent.
Snorms also didn't save as well for this fight. Interesting choice.
And Pinkish is going for X-Spec strats on Erica. Does get Giga Drain. If that had crit, he would have died. So...
Still the safer way to do this fight.
Yep. It's only a 1 in 16 to die instead of a 30%. That's of course assuming Giga Drain kills you from the HP you're at.
So Snorms did hit the Blizzard on Venusaur. I think he only went to +1 here.
1. Yeah, looks like it. Which is interesting because this Gyarados is guaranteed at +2, whereas it's 13 or 11 and 16 at +1. So I think it's a little more than 11 and 16 at +1. Or no, it's 11 16 on the Knob route.
Knob route, yeah, on +2. So Snorms not being quarantined is kinda.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say bad, but a little bit scary, maybe for Giovanni.
Because Giovanni, you can sweep him with Surf. The Kangaskhan's are range, but now without Torrent, the Nidoqueen is like a 9 and 16 range, I think, without Torrent, and then the Kangaskhan obviously you need to take a hit from him, which isn't a bad thing, but he could also just use Tail Whip and not do any damage at all. And that puts you in a bit of a rough spot for Sabrina.
Pinkish also Super Ring once should be fine as well. With 70 HP is a little low, but he is not gonna take damage after the fight. Because he will be outspeed. Did he use the Carbos? I didn't see.
He did, yes.
Okay.
So that Carbos is for Sabrina. He'll be able to outspeed the Alakazam. He doesn't need to set up an X speed on that fight, whereas Snorms will. And I don't believe that Psybeam from that Venomoth is enough to knock him into Torrent. So this will be interesting to see what happens on this Giovanni fight.
Yeah, he can maybe stall a turn on the Nidorino. Can try to do that and set up an X special, so the rest of the pokes are still one-shots. Let's see what he does here. Pinkish on the other side also entering rival fight here. Basically the same setup, going to +2 using an X accuracy and hitting Blizzard for your life basically.
Okay, so he gets Horn Attack here. So he's in Torrent.
It's actually perfect HP, I think.
Yep. So he'll be taking a hit from Venomoth, and that'll be good. Meanwhile, Pinkish, very low HP, but should be fine, provided gets these Blizzards. So Blizzard's accuracy is 93% with the next accuracy. Gets it good. Pinkish did save for this fight as well, so he'll be fine if he did well. It's slow, obviously, to die.
Yeah, better than having to go up here again and being at full HP, because you kind of want to keep Torrent for like the next about 10 to 15 minutes probably. Basically for the Giovanni fight, for the Sabrina fight, and for the entire Giovanni gym later on. Okay, Snorms might still be in some trouble here, because I saw him only buying 5 XPs. And he already used one in the Blaine fight, so he might be one short later on. Because he has to use one in this fight.
He might be able to skip one on Viridian Rival, and you don't need to use one on Bruno, but if he does use one here and one on Viridian Rival, he'll have to do the guard spec strat on Bruno.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't do what I did in my round 1 race. Run out of X speeds for a champion. Not a fun time.
Pinkish missed the Q1 range. Unlucky. I only got focus energy, so it's fine.
Yeah. That thing has Bone Meringue. I think at that HP, it could have been a bit scary. But he's got very good defense, so I think he might
Sounds
have been
confused. Okay, he's thinking about it, what to do. He's gonna risk it. Okay. I like that approach. I mean, there's not really much you can do. He cannot XP again. He just has to hit through confusion here, and he does.
Oh, good. Nice.
That is scary. If he hits himself on the Alakazam there, he's in big trouble.
Yeah, you can heal with the Persian Berry as well if you didn't use it before. I cannot recall if Snorms lost his berry.
I think he even skipped it entirely.
Oh no! I know they both grabbed it.
It's not. I don't know. I don't think he had it on like.
He might have lost it then.
When he equipped the black glasses, so. Doesn't matter now. He did it for confusion twice, so.
Yeah, it's all good.
Scary pattern. Pinkish on Giovanni 2 here. Gets the range on Kanga. Very nice.
Yeah, that's another 13 and 16.
Exactly.
It has Mega Punch as well. I think, does Mega Punch kill with the...
He should be fine with very high defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. 27 max, so... good. No, would have been good. Kangaskhan also knows Fake Out, so it's also a move you don't want to see, because first of all it's slow, second of all it puts you at way low HP. So you most likely die to Mega Punch if you miss the range.
Yep. Alright, so Snorms is just going to work his way through these fights. They're kind of slow. It's a great chance to stretch, mash A. Pinkish, on the other hand, it's on Sabrina, but this fight is also free because he's got good speed and use the Carbos, so he could just spam surf.
Jack's saying in chat that Snorms got supersonic by Subed. Which Subed is the question? Did he lose it like in Mount Moon already? Was he not?
It might have been. It would have had to have been that Zubat. Or one of those. Yeah, there's only there's 2 Zubats in Mount Moon, but you only fight one of them if you fight Josh. The other one is the other Rocket.
Exactly.
But Snorms. I don't think Snorms. I don't think. Well, didn't Snorms get knocked into Torrent by the rat? I don't even know. I can't remember. It's been a while. Like an hour ago. A lot has happened.
Right, checks. Okay, he lost it to the Game Corner Rocket.
Oh, the Game Corner Rocket. Ah, yes, I remember that.
That's a very rare situation, actually. I think I've never seen a supersonic from there.
Shoutouts to Jackster for pointing that out. Did not. I saw all the scary faces, but I did not see the.
I think with double scary face you are slower than Zubat, so that's already very rare to happen. Missing the mega kick into getting scary face twice.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, Giovanni Gym is completely free for Blastoise. You just spam surf on the first gym trainer and water pulse on the second gym trainer and on the gym leader fight as well. So time to do like, I don't know, reflect on the run, basically what happened before, prepare a little bit mentally for the rival fight coming up, which is right after this gym, and also prepare for E4 coming up a little bit
There's
later.
six fights left, and they all have their own version of interesting.
That's a good way to put it. Own way of interest. But yeah, Pinkish nearly caught up to Snorms again. He's Pink only about 2 minutes behind now.
Yeah, 2 fights, a little less than 2 fights behind.
Yeah, but who's low
But the fights are long.
sadly.
Yeah. But yeah, of all the fights coming up, you could die to all of them, in theory. Lorelei, it's less likely because you're usually playing it such that you're not going to risk a death. But same thing with Bruno to some extent as well. But an untimely crit could open the door for Pinkish. Exactly.
So let's see how much saves you're gonna see. It's not saving for this fight, that's not bad. Basically the same as Silver Rival fight. If you miss Blizzard on the Venusaur, you're very likely dead, so yep. So basically same setup as before. X special twice, X accuracy once, and then try to sweep as much as possible. There's a Gyarados later on, which you have to bite. And
We got Feather Dance, which means he will likely be able to tank a Razor Leaf from Venusaur now. Yeah, he should be able to.
Yeah, unless he gets crit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that basically shows why Bulbasaur is not is not possible to be run with as a starter, because it's level 53 and it still only has Razor Leaf as its strongest move. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, Grass is not a good type in Pokemon as an offensive mon. In fact, the Bulbasaur route does use Razor Leaf and Giga Drain, but very sparingly, and relies mostly on things like Return, Hyper Beam. because it's just better. It's
Yeah.
sad to say.
His Snorms did not get rain dance, so he will have to.
X speed, yep. So he will have to go guard spec on Bruno.
Exactly, which kinda sucks with Mild. Hopefully he realizes soon enough that he is 1 X speed short, but that he has to go for guard spec strats. Because basically with bad defense Miles you can go for full restore turn 1 and then set up to +2 and then go for X speed, but that's not a possibility for him. So he basically has to go for guard spec turn 1, because if his speed gets lowered he can't increase it again. Ooh. Pinkish is short 1 super repel. I just saw that.
Yeah, repelling
boy.
there is...
Oh boy,
Interesting
that's
then.
gonna be a very slow victory road for him. I think it's even faster to just fly back to Lavender and buy 2 super repels. Oh, he gets crit turn 1. Good start. Should be fine still. It's not gonna tank a Razor Leaf though, so...
Snorms is doing a slightly different repel usage here. He's going to repel. He use his first repel here at the water and also teach strength. Yeah, neither of our runners grabbed Sandshoe or Nidoran, which you can teach strength, and that saves a little bit of time because you don't have to write over a move. Whereas if you don't get either of them, you just plop strength on Blastoise.
Exactly. Because there's no need at all for bottom pulls in before. You have Surf and you have more than enough PP, so just get rid of it. Basically.
See what Pinkish gets from Gyarados here. Gets Hydro Pump as well, so both of them got Hydro Pump. Which means they both have to X speed.
Yep.
Yeah, the thing with Rain Dance is if you can skip the X speed if you don't die to Psychic from Alakazam, because if Alakazam can't kill you with Psychic, it'll just go for something else, and one of those something else's could be Calm Mind, and if you're not in the rain, your Surf will do... Well, it'll do less because of the Calm Mind, but the rain balances out the Calm Mind.
Exactly.
Skip.
Also Torrent will balance out, but if you're in Torrent you are always dead to Psychic.
Yes.
So that's not a thing you can rely on at all. Also I think it is very, very favored to go for Calm Mind over, I think the other...
Disable.
Yeah, exactly, disable is the other move. Okay, so Pinkish opts to go for go back and buy more repels. I think that's actually the correct play here. There's a lot of steps you have to take if you go for victory road, so I think that's even faster.
Yeah, it looks really slow now, but it's definitely going to save him some time later. So good play.
I'm buying even more super repels. He should be fine now with 4 extra. But yeah, small mistake. Costs some time, but...
Meanwhile, Snorms pushing boulders has not hit any optionals yet, so there are some very nasty optional trainers here with really awful pokes. We saw Thunder hit one in his race, and that was pretty much the end for him.
Exactly. Basically every trainer in this victory road is pretty bad to fight against. Like the double fight there. I think they have a Nidoking and a Nidoqueen, which doesn't sound that bad, but is still kind of scary.
Yeah, and the biggest issue is you don't have much PP, and in most cases you don't have Water Pulse anymore. If you still had it, you'd have a decent amount of power points for Water Pulse. But most of the time you have Strength, and you just don't have enough Surf PP to really do a whole lot.
Okay, so Snorms depositing all his HM friends here. He's not gonna need them anymore. Sadly, they're gonna be left in the box for quite some time now.
Yeah. The big reason why we deposit them, there's kind of two reasons. The biggest one is that some of the pokes in the Elite Four have moves that switch you out once you set up a certain amount of times, and so we don't obviously want to be whirlwinded out or anything like that. Also, it saves a bit of time on the Elite Four Hall of Fame. But the Whirlwind Roar thing is the main reason.
You don't want to see that at all. Basically just, yeah, maybe not run over, but you have to set up again. And yeah, you most likely don't even have the X items to do that.
Yes. Lorelai's got a lot of setup here, so...
Exactly. You X special 4 times. Hope for no hail at all. He hasn't got one so far, so... Maybe he gets lucky? Oh, there it is, okay. It's very rare to see hailless, especially with early... they've got...
Did you got hailless in this tournament?
I
twice,
did
right?
get hailless twice, yeah. Because I think I had the... I blinched it once, and I critted the other time, so...
Yeah, that definitely helps.
It helped a lot. I got frozen once as well, so that's also kind of slow.
The Dugong can use Safeguard as well, which is actually bad because I'm not sure if it's exactly 1 in 4 to use each of its 4 moves, but once it's used Safeguard once, it won't use it again, so it effectively increases the odds of it using Hail, because it's, assuming they're equal chance, it's goes from 1 in 4 to 1 in 3.
Snorms got double protect, which is, yeah, really bad. Upside of it is that the Slowbro is not gonna take any hell damage here, so...
Yes, yeah.
Pretty slow.
Let's see, he's got pretty low defense, so he's gonna take a decent amount from Body Slam. Looks like he'll be arranged to die to a crit, which... Or maybe not, we'll see. The notes I'm looking at for the world record don't have 10 defense mild ranges on there, so...
Yeah, basically you don't run that low defense. He gets paralyzed 10-1, that's something. He risks it, okay. Gets unlucky, so he has to full restore here. He's gonna body slam again, because it can kill. He might even go for Surf or Ice Beam here. He goes for Surf.
Yeah. Well, Lapras can also use Confuse Ray if you're higher HP as well, so... But he got the flinch, so that's fine. The downside is his HP is very high, and he has to guard spec on Bruno.
Exactly.
And so he's going to have to set up more than 2x specials, unless he gets really lucky with a critical, but it's not something you bank on. As Pinkish is going into Lorelai as well.
Okay, Snorms needs to not misplay this now. If he messes this up, then Pinkish might overtake him. Because not having X speed for either Agatha or a champ is really bad. You lose a lot of time.
Fish getting early hail.
Okay, goes for guard spec. I've picked turn 1, really good stuff. Wants to see 2 more earthquakes here. Gets dropped 2. Okay. And there's a lot here. Gets another earthquake. That should be good enough.
That's actually good, yeah.
Wow.
That's
very good.
Yeah, benefit of having low defense there is get knocked in 3 hits. So if he had Pinkish's stats, he would have probably had to set up again, because Pinkish has probably nearly the best defense you could have at this point. So.
Exactly.
No hail from, no protect from Cloister on Pinkish's side.
It's at least something. So yeah, fight is basically free for Snorms here. If you are a +2 and you have Torrent, you can just speed with Surf. Yeah, so really easy fight for Blasters here. His HP is also set up very good for Agatha. Yeah, so he should have no troubles as long as he hits the first Surf.
Sometimes I don't know if could happen with this HP, but sometimes I've seen like Toxic from the Gengar. I'm not sure if that happens if you're in high Torrent or if you're just not in Torrent, but it's a possibility that could happen here because his HP is kind of high. He is still in Torrent though, so. Pinkish had to heal on Lapras, didn't get paralyzed, and okay.
Ooh, his HP is very low. This might be heal range.
It is not.
Oh, very
Good.
close to.
So yeah, there is a strat where you can pick up a Calcium and Rocket Hideout to make Lance ranges much better, but it also makes the Lorelei ranges so good that the Lapras gets knocked into heal range more likely, so it almost looked like it was one of those kinds of rolls. Snorms gets to the Gengar, very good.
Yeah, Snorms is making it very hard for Pinkish to catch up at this point, so Pinkish can opts to go for Godspeck as well. It's probably the better play here. Oh, he gets Rock Tomb misses, that's very bad for him. Gets another Rock Tomb miss. Oh boy, that's rough for Pinkish here.
Earthquake, please. Wow.
Yeah, he has to. He goes for Egg. He has to stall another turn here. That's
okay, that's fine now, but did he buy extra X accuracies?
Yeah, he has 2 left, so he should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes we'll see runners in races sell the Nugget and pick up some extra X items, and extra X accuracies are good, particularly on Lance.
Exactly. So yeah, Snorms heading into Lance here. Scary fight, kinda, because if you get Hyper Beam crit, you are very likely dead, especially with bad defense.
Yeah.
So Snorms is gonna save here.
Yeah, I think he's just straight up dead to crit with this defense.
I have no idea how much Hyper Beam does with 10 defense man.
15 to 16, it does 79 to 92. But he's got less than that, so it does probably 70. It does 80 to
80 to
93.
95.
Yeah.
Notes, so that's.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Very much.
Yeah, so he has a chance to live to crit, but
Good flinch.
Nice flinch to start.
He has 2 X accuracy. He has 1 spare X accuracy, so he could do double X if he wanted to.
Yeah, especially with that bite, it's worth it, I think. Oh, interesting. He doesn't go for it. Yeah, getting a couple bites from the Gyarados is good, because then you can you have a little bit of leeway to set up that extra X accuracy and not get a Hyper Beam.
Okay, Pinkish on Agatha as well here. Setting up 1 spec, 1 speed, gets turn 2 Shadow Punch, so he has to hit for his life, and he does, okay.
Very good.
So Pinkish already through, also through Agatha. He's probably around 3 minutes behind, I wanna say. So unless Snorms messes up a lot here, I think he should actually win this. But there's still one more Blizzard coming up here, which is very bad if you miss it because it has Hyper Beam. I think Hyper Beam even kills from 95. Dragonite does a lot of damage.
Yep, for sure. It has Outrage as well, I think, and also Wing Attack. The Aerodactyl can be a bit of a troll with Ancient Power if it gets the boosts, and you're not in Torrent. It's a range.
Yep. And you don't want to miss that range. Okay, so Pink is basically one fight behind here. Okay, so one elixir to refresh your Blizzard PP and heal to full, and probably just save champ as well.
See if Pinkish saves for these last two fights. It is a bit of an uphill climb for him though, because he's a full fight behind, and it's the last fight for Snorms. But I don't think he saved there for Lance.
He did not, but I think it's very unlikely to die here with very good stats.
Yeah, he's barely going to take any damage from this Dragonite. Yeah.
Doesn't really get into Hyper Beam range as well, I think. Yeah, it's like... Even gets by turn 1. He's gonna do a risky Lance fight here, so he goes
Ackless.
for... probably not Ackless, but he might do... Gets Dragon Rage again.
Gets to heal though. Ugh. Snorms having to heal on Champ. He got a crit by the looks of things.
That's what you definitely don't want to see, because you can only go to +2 here.
He has an extra guard spec. He has 2 extra guard specs, yeah.
Then he should be okay.
Yeah, so it looks like he's gonna do it. Yeah, extra guard spec. He's gonna lose a bit of time for text later, but definitely a good play.
Okay, now he gets put into Torrent, so for a champ you need either set up 1 X speed and 3 specials, or 1 X speed and 2 X specials, and you need to be in Torrent. So he is at +2 and he has Torrent, so he should be fine if he hits this Blizzard, which he does. Very good stuff. He still has to heal for Gyarados, so he's not through yet. Seems like Pinkish missed one Blizzard but didn't get punished. Because he used his last one here, the Dragonite.
Yeah.
Gets Wing Attack crit, but it's fine. He tanks it. Good defense. So Pinkish still on pretty good pace so far. It's gonna be really close. I think the time to beat for him is gonna be Kuka's 210, 40 something if he wants to stay in the tournament.
Yeah, that's what he's playing for now. He can't win from here unless something catastrophically weird happens to Snorms. Snorms having to heal before Gyarados. He's dead to Thrash with the low defense, and he has to hit 2 Blizzards. And he does.
He puts his curse on save, but Pinkish, but he decides not to save. He's just gonna go in here.
Snorms is dead to crit here from extreme speed. He goes for it. This is interesting. Doesn't get crit. GG.
That's GG for Snorms.
Very good. Very good run. Very solid time.
Barely not good enough for pot 1, but still a pretty solid run from him. Really good showing. So he definitely showed that he can keep up with the top runners here. Oh, he gets crit here. Okay, is he at +2? Pink is only at +1, so Pinkish also has to heal on the pitch yacht.
Yeah, Bird's not been nice to both of our runners. He has an extra guard spec as well if need be. I'm not sure if he'll come around to using that.
might have to go for it, yeah, because he's not. He does
Oh.
not, he just risks it. I like that decision, actually.
Yeah, good play. Didn't get sand.
Yeah, I think he's not even favored to go for sand attack from under 70% health. Oh, he gets growth, very good stuff. So basically you can now miss this blizzard. Better not to, but okay, he still gets it.
Snorms is done to a 7:42. Great time.
I'm gonna mark him as done. So, gonna watch Pinkish finish up champ here as well. Hello, Snorms. GG's
Snorms.
on your run.
Hello. Thank you for the GGs. That was interesting.
That was a very good showing. I wanna say that was a pretty solid run, apart from like hitting Dan.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. That was a risk I was willing to take, so I wasn't too upset when he hit me. I understood the risk there with the pass I was doing, so what are you gonna do? Yeah, I felt like I played well enough, I guess, considering I did zero practice at all. So
Very nice.
I can't be upset with that.
Anything else in particular you felt it went well or didn't go well? It seemed pretty clean from our end.
I got just really, really good RNG pretty much everywhere. Like I got carried by RNG this run basically.
It was still pretty good execution. And Pinkish also done with the race. He gets a 210, so he will stay in the tournament. As it looks like.
He'll knock out Kuker.
Jeez. Yeah, that's like big upset. Kuker not making it to the semifinals. But yeah, still pretty good run from Pinkish. He got demolished on a few parts by RG. But apart from that, really good showing from him as well. No like major mistakes other than, I don't know, super repelling early. Wasting one super repel somewhere.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how he had to go back for more repels before going to Victory Road, and he still was able to pull out such a solid time. They didn't lose too much time, but especially considering he had the bad luck early and with advancement on the line, still able to pull it out. So that's really, really well done.
Yeah, strong showing from both runners here today. So
One thing
we're
I'll
just gonna. Sorry,
One
go
thing
ahead.
I'll add about my run is I accidentally fought the wrong trainer in Rock Tunnel, and so I spent like a good 15 minutes looking up the low XP route for where to candy.
Oh,
because I had no idea.
that's actually really funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, because we weren't sure if you were going to go for the higher early XP or not. So interesting. Oh,
I normally do,
worked
but
out
the
for
last
you.
couple of runs I've done, I've hit optionals and just fought that one judo trainer anyway. So I just muscle memory fought him anyway.
Pinkish,
Oh, yeah.
GG's on advancing.
Thank you.
GG, what a run. Wanna talk about your like rocket spinner and stuff, or you want to highlight a few good parts of the run as well?
I mean, the rocket spinner was like, it just sort of happened. I was like, wow, that was the one combination I died to.
Yep, exactly.
Tough stuff, but still, other than that, I want to say that was a really good run from you. You had like a few fights where RNG just was not on your side at all. Like, yeah, I mean, you had the Koga death, he got poisoned by Sludge, and yeah, other than that, I missed. Where did you use the extra super repel? Because I saw you only had 2 when you escape roped out of
I think
Sylph.
it was at the end of Mansion. Actually, I had a plan for like what I was gonna do for Victory Road. Probably would have gotten me no more than 1 encounter. Well, extra encounter chance, which probably would have got me 1 encounter. But I overthought it too much, and then I used the repel in like the normal spot and just cried.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I flew back to Lavender, because you can kind of get through with 2 without too much of a hassle. You can't get through with 1, no way.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that was actually the better play, just going back and buying extra repels there.
Yeah, that
Also,
could have been
yeah.
the difference in advancement or not. So
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
quite nice that my Elite 4 was deathless.
Yeah, that helped out a lot. But although your fights were kind of scary, especially Bruno was like, there was
Myth.
some tough stuff. Double rock.
he
Myth.
refused Earthquake.
Myth. Yeah.
And the misses, yeah.
But still got through, and yeah.
And
So-
I kind of concluded that I needed the Deathless Elite 4, and that's why I only saved for Agatha. Like, not because I couldn't take the same save time loss, but if you're saving and you can't die as the earlier point.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to go about that. But yeah, so that's our last race of this round. So we have our pots decided for round 4, which is the semifinals. The draw should be tomorrow, I believe. Kid Rocker was saying tomorrow evening, or during the day. I'm not really too sure when, but we'll see the draw.
think
It
it
should be
will-
a really good semifinal matchups.
It's gonna be spicy.
Oh, the funniest part of my race that I don't know if you saw, when entering the game corner, I messed up trying to talk to the rocket. I didn't even know that there were coins there. I tried to grab coins.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I think Iron, you mentioned that Pinkish was trying to pick up coins, but then he didn't realize he had no coin case. So yeah,
That's
but
pretty funny.
GG's to the runner. Yeah, I think Kudroku is gonna announce when the draws are gonna be happening. So check out the lab Discord or the FireRed LeafGreen race Discord. I think it has been mentioned somewhere in the chat before. Yeah, Aaron, you got anything to add?
No, I think that was a really good race. Sorry again, but for the little technical difficulties early on, but we were able to get things going and saw a great matchup here. So looking forward to seeing both these guys in round 4.
Yeah, semifinals are coming up soon, so check them out as well. Okay, but I think that was it from us for today. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Thanks a lot for SpeedGaming for letting us host this tournament, as always. And yeah, see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.